Meanwhile, President William Ruto has hailed Raila Odinga as his savior at a time of turmoil, citing the ODM leader's acceptance to form the broad-based government, which has now served to quell acrimony between the administration and the ODM party. But even as political leaders allied to Raila increase their volume in the choruses of praise for the president, citing the partnership in government is a guarantee for development in the Nyanza region, Governor Orengo has some tough truths for them to swallow as they sing. And the president says the Ruto Must Go chants don't move him. Here's Ibrahim Karanja with the details.
It was the farewell day for George Nyangina Oduor, a long-serving security officer attached to ODM leader Raila Odinga. His funeral in Ndori, Siaya County, provided the first platform in Odinga's Nyanza backyard that the ODM leader and President William Ruto shared since they signed their respective parties' memorandum of understanding at the Bomas of Kenya 36 days ago.
I did not know that the man I stood by and gave my all at a moment in my life, we would eventually become competitors, and that he would eventually come and anchor my leadership. And so, the Honorable Prime Minister, I want to tell you, I am truly grateful that just the same way I stood with you when you needed a man to stand with you, you have equally come to stand with me when I needed a man to stand with me.
This admission and confession adds some weight to Raila's claims that the president needed him and would have lost control of the country had it not been for the ODM leader's intervention. The Ruto-Odinga pact has been a source of political uncertainty for their opponents, who have been contending with the possibility that the duo could knock them out in a political contest, partly informing their drive to aim and fire political missiles at the union.
Broad-based is not about the interests of any one of us. It's not about the interest of Baba here or my personal interest. It's about the interest of 45, 50 million Kenyans.
Kama Kenya mpaka wasimame pamoja, yale ambayo tutaki na ubaguzi ya kijinsia, ubaguzi ya rangi.
The bond between the two has been fodder for political observers, with some predicting that ODM and UDA will approach the 2027 elections as one team, as others argue that Odinga's dalliance with Ruto will jeopardize what they term as Odinga's best shot at dislodging Ruto.
Kufanya kazi na serikali sio kusema you have compromised your principles. Inji hii ni kubwa.
Various leaders, primarily allied to Odinga, have been citing the broad-based pact as the door to getting more development and resources in the Nyanza region.
Hii mambo ya ubaguzi ya kugawa rasilimali ya nchi lazima ikome, na lazima ikwishe katika nchi yetu.
I saw a list of PSS that showed me that kumbe we were now pushing forward the agenda of inclusivity.
We have made a decision that we are working with you, and we are doing this to the end. To the end.
This is part of an interesting dynamic where many Raila men and women have intentionally been singing the praises of President Ruto, defending him at nearly every turn, sometimes even being more vocal and aggressive in his corner than his own primary supporters. But Siaya Governor Orengo opted to inject some sobriety.
This country will go to the dogs again if the kind of language I'm hearing here, you continue with that language. Please, please. When you have something being brought to Siaya, it is a matter of right. It is not you're being given, it's a matter of right.
The tunes of Ruto's critics turned praisers have turned from disapproval and bluntly speaking truth to power to choruses of praise, moving away from tunes belted out by many disgruntled and unhappy Kenyans, such as Ruto Must Go, to which, by the way, the president says he is unmoved.
But we cannot have a situation where we are agitating, standing up and saying, Ruto must go, Ruto must go. If he goes, so what?
Sasa mimi unaniambia Ruto must go. Mimi nimesikia hiyo mara nyingi. Kuwa na Moi must go, kuwa na mwingine must go, kuwa na mwingine must go. Hii must go ni simple tu ya kawaida, there is no problem.
The need for a serious balancing act is not just political, but also resources, specifically between the two levels of government. Odinga has once again scoffed at members of parliament for scrambling for development implementation funds at the expense of what the law prescribes. Ibrahim Karanja, NTV.